welcome to We Got No Jams.
Your two favorite Unies here, and we are talking the tea about BTS.
Woo-woo. I'm your host, Unnie Sarah.
And I'm your host, Unnie Jude. And welcome to a very holiday-filled episode of We Got No Jams, where we are going to jingle all the way and shamelessly obsess about BTS.
I wish I had some bells as like a sound effect. Maybe I'll try to add that in later. Oh yeah, here we go. Yay! Perfect. We needed some jingle bells with your pun in there, so it's perfect.
I was just talking about how I like purposely tucked it under my hat so that way it wouldn't like jingle. And look at that. Not even a minute into this podcast and had to pull that out. Okay.
That was perfect. Thank you.
Yes. So if you are listening in your ears, that's great. But if you want to check us out, we also have this on video. So you can head on over to our YouTube channel at We Got No Jams podcast. And you can also watch this on video and see our beautiful smiling faces and our fake fireplaces.
Yeah.
And our magic shops filled with BTS.
Yeah, it's a memorabilia.
Yeah, I know.
But I want to show off my shirt as well. So if you check out, so live long and prosper. I have a Star Trek themed Merry Christmas shirt.
And I'm rocking like an traditional Santa Claus Coca-Cola t-shirt.
Yeah, I love that. Very cool. Very cool and vintage. For those listening, Jude also decided to shake her belly like Santa Claus so that we could witness that.
Yeah, so everybody could see. Yeah, I love this shirt. And then I'm wearing my Snoopy ear jingle jangle Santa hat because Peanuts Christmas, Charlie Brown Christmas is probably my favorite Christmas movie of all time. So
Die Hard's mine for sure, but I appreciate
I figured you would. You and my fiance, you guys both have the same. I'm like traditional. I got the vinyl. Like I usually change my ringtone to Linus and Lucy at Christmas time. I just love everything about the Peanuts.
I love that.
It's just classic. It's my ultimate.
It is a classic. That is true.
Yes. So let's get into this. So how are you feeling, Sarah? Did you have a happy Hanukkah?
Yes, I did. Thanks for asking. I had 8 crazy nights.
8 crazy
nights. It was really nice though, because I was in Utah and got to do Hanukkah with my nephews for a couple of the nights. So we lit candles and like did all the things. And the oldest of them is 3, and he knows when presents come out that he's going to be opening something. But he thought it was birthday. So the first night he kept saying happy birthday because he just thought it was his opening present. So we're like, so happy Hanukkah. And so he like kind of switched gears. So night 2, he came out and he's like, Hanukkah. And we're like, yes, Hanukkah.
How cute is that? The first night he was Frosty the Snowman. He did happy birthday.
Yes, exactly. It's like, I'm just here to open presents, and that's usually birthday related.
That is so cute. I love that.
It was really, really sweet. Yeah. So
and then you have Christmas because you're queer. You do Christmaka. Yes.
We do Christmaka in this household. That is correct.
Yes.
So I'm very excited. I will take a photo. I think we mentioned it last time, but it will happen today. I'll put a photo up of our Christmas tree on Insta.
Yay.
On the Insta.
I'll do the same.
Yes. Please. I love yours. You always have such a cool like theme going on with yours. Like the color scheme.
I know.
Really
cool. Mine's purple and pink this year because I have a black tree. So so cute. I'm so excited. So cool. And this year, the most amazing thing happened, a Christmas miracle. I was wrapping presents yesterday and it had wording on it. My wrapping paper says best Christmas ever.
Did it line?
It lined up twice on accident. I lost
Christmas
it.
Miracle.
I recorded it on my phone.
That's good.
Send them to you.
I want that on Instagram too. We're gonna just do a whole bunch of Insta stories of just random stuff going on this week.
I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing.
It's
happy
little
early
things
Christmas
in life.
to me.
Merry Christmas to me.
I even Mike was laying on the couch and I was rapping in front of him. And then I stopped and turned and looked with a happy face, gasped, look, showed him. And he was just like, what are you?
Aligned?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Shut up over there. I love this. This is amazing to me.
That is
it's like I am done for the day. I
dream.
have done my contribution for the day. That's it
I'm
for
out.
me. I can get no
I can't
better
top
than
this. Yeah. We've peaked.
Yep. My elf duties are done for the day. I can't do any more. So yes, a Christmas miracle. So I have been feeling the Christmas
I was gonna
spirit.
say, yeah. Is this how you've been feeling? The spirit
Yes.
of the
Feeling
festivities,
so
the
yeah,
lights.
well, all my kids were gone last weekend, so I got to like just put everything up and like wrap everything and hang stockings, and we made BTS stockings. It was so cute.
Parker's butter font was on point.
She did it, you
Crushed
guys.
it.
She like Googled it and pulled it up and had it right next to her stocking and was like bogarting the black paint and like wouldn't let anybody else have it, even though everybody kept saying, Parker, show the black puffy paint. And she would say, 1 second. And it was worth it. You know what? It was worth it for her to have
It turned out awesome.
So it turned out great. It turned out really, really well. So yes, it's been fun. I've been having a fun time just planning now my recipes for Christmas.
Nice.
But I am excited to get into these holiday games because I have been planning this.
I know.
Every free second I have, like, thought, like, nothing's going on in my head right now. I'm like, okay, think of ideas for the game. So
yeah,
I'm very excited.
Yeah, we came up with this idea, I feel like a while ago, where we wanted to play holiday games I think
it was even before Thanksgiving. It was like right before the holidays were going to hit. And we were like, okay, well, we need to plan out some things for episodes. And we were like, let's do a holiday theme game in December.
Yes. We didn't even know they were going to be on break too. So it kind of worked out.
Yeah, this worked out perfectly.
They've been really keeping us fed on that Instagram account though.
I know.
RM, J-Hope V.
FOMO.
So much on there.
So much. It's, I know. I have FOMO every time I'm on there now.
I know.
How long has this been up? Oh my gosh, it's been 3 days. I haven't liked it.
I know. And only Jungkook is saving his stories. So if you don't pop on there for the stories, you're going to miss them.
You're missing it. I know.
And J-Hopes are so
good. We talked about
stories
last time. Like I said, but you know what? I will.
There's a feather from my hat just like floated in front of my face.
You like went cross-eyed to get it.
It like floated right down. This like has these little feathers on it. Anyway, sorry to our listeners who did not get to
I will do the stories for BTS. Okay. I will do the stories for BTS.
Good,
I have to watch them because of FOMO for sure. But yes, I am happy that this happened during a break. And also too, this is so much fun because we've gotten so many new listeners after our permission to dance in LA when we handed out our little baggies. Yes. So speaking of new listeners, we just wanted to give a shout out to our newest listener on Instagram.
Yes. So one of our newer listeners, followers, Kim Thompson 0, sent us like the sweetest message on Instagram. So just like sharing that they were listening to our show during like their holiday travels and just like we're really enjoying it. And it was like giving her like, I don't know, like cheering her up.
She was like laughing and like smiling along with us while she was like driving. And I was so happy when I got that message. And then of course, like the same thing that always happens whenever we get reached out to by a listener directly, I like type out a novel and then like have to scale it way back. Cause I'm like trying not to freak anyone out.
We're too extra. We've talked about this on the show.
Excited.
Yeah.
We just get really excited.
Yeah. It's like 3 drafts by the time it gets to you, just so you guys know. Because
we read over it like 18 times. We're just like, okay. Is this creepy? Yeah. No more hearts. Don't add any more hearts.
3 is enough.
Yeah, exactly.
And we both
screenshot so excited about
send it to each other immediately because
it's
mostly on Instagram. I'm mostly on Twitter. So if we get anyone that reaches out to us, like it's a screenshot and send, and we're just like, oh my gosh,
look what happened. Look what they said. yeah, there's that one video going around right now of like when a small business gets a customer and it's those two girls behind the counter
and they like
and like the
down
customer leaves and they duck down and like start dancing and high-fiving. I was like, I literally sent that to Sarah and was like, us when we get reached out to by a listener. Like we just get so stoked. So Kim, we are so happy to have you as a new listener. And we hope that you have safe travels back home from your parents. We know you were traveling there for the holidays, so you got to come back. So safe travels. Safe travels. And we hope that maybe you're listening to this while you're driving and like kind of geeking out that we're shouting you out on the podcast. So I'd get all
if anyone wants to give us feedback on how we're doing, we will take it. Thanks, please, and thanks.
Yes, absolutely. We love it when people reach out. And you know what? We're getting so much engagement. I bet you next year we won't have to make our own holiday games. We'll have people submitting stuff to us.
Listener submitted games.
I know. I thought about it. I was like, should I go up and post? And I thought about it on like Thursday and I was like, I don't think we have enough time. Like, I don't know. We're about to hit the weekend. So I don't know if we have enough time to do that, but I think what we prepared is pretty all right. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, me too. You want to get in?
Yes. Okay.
Get in to the game.
Yes. Let's start with your boss's Christmas present first.
Yeah. So my
Cute boss by the way, shout out boss.
I know, she was awesome.
You better get her one of those office best boss ever mugs.
Yeah, I think I will. And I'll probably just like paste a BTS picture on it. She can take off, but just as like a things like here you go.
And then just put like a QR stamp to this section of this podcast episode so she can hear that I also gave the credit. She was the best boss.
I'll let her know.
My podcast host thinks so too.
Yes. Both myself and my podcast hosts think you're awesome. Thanks. Yes. So my boss was very sweet and got me a BTS music box that plays Magic Shop, but it's delayed. And so she printed out a photo of that and stuck it in a BTS magazine. And that's what I unwrapped. And it was so cool.
Is so cute. I love that.
And I do collect this. It's Music Spotlight magazine. And I do collect these too. And we've done quizzes out of these in the past episodes with games.
I think the last one we did of games, we both did a quiz out of because we had a different edition of each one. We love these. I know. I feel like we have to like pull them up and compare the cover every single time. Did you get this one? No,
did you get this one? Is this the latest edition? Yeah.
I think I have one right here.
Perfect. Yes, exactly. Yeah. So
I didn't even have to think.
I know. We just literally have them available at all times.
By my feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one of the quizzes in this one I wanted to do, this was kind of a new addition. We weren't planning this, but I just got this for my boss for Christmas.
Girl, so you're on my world. Look at you throwing a new edition in there.
Yeah. So this quiz that I want to do is which member is your perfect match? Take the quiz and find out if you've had the most fun with Jimin, Jungkook, Jin, RM, J-Hope, Suga, or V. Are you ready? I have my pen. My main pen.
I'm ready.
All right.
I've got my tiny tan pen.
Oh, yay. We're just like, it's too much. It's too much.
Dorks. We're dorks.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So number 1, pick a song from B, the album B. Your options are Stay, Blue and Gray, Fly to My Room.
Fly to My Room.
Okay.
I love that jam.
I'm going to choose Blue and Gray.
I knew you would.
I'm obsessed.
I know you love that song.
It's so good. And I just need to cry sometimes,
That's your crying song.
That is my crying song.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 2, this animal or mammal, I like that they distinguish, best describes my personality. A dog, B, a dolphin, C, a cat. I'm going to choose cat. I don't know if it's exactly like my personality, but I love cats too much. I'm not going to not pick that.
I know. I'm a dog person, but
I think you're more like a cat.
Personality is a cat. Yeah. I was like, I am like a
honestly,
cat. Honestly, if you're cats that loves dogs.
Yeah. If you were really honest, you're a dog person that should be a cat, and I'm a cat person that should be a dog.
Be a dog. Totally. You're
Okay.
so right on. You are so right on with that.
Okay, so I'll put cat for
Do
you,
you
and I'll
wanna
put
go to Starbucks? Do you want to go get a Starbucks? Let's go get Starbucks. And I'm just like, no, why? Can we get it delivered? Do I have to move?
The compromise is mobile order, and we'll go pick it up.
Do I have to go with you?
Yeah, but you can stay in the car. It's fine.
And Sarah's like, we're going for a ride in the car. We're going for a ride in the car.
Can we go look at lights? I literally did that with my parents this week because I was like, I just want to go look at lights. Can we go do that?
I'm totally a cat because I'm like fine if I just sit in like that top back area in the back windshield and just like squish myself into
just
the
sunbathe
glass and just like watch the lights like that. Yeah. Okay. I think we're coming to some new, you know what? New year, new us.
Yeah.
Some realizations are happening here.
Some self-truths. Okay. Number 3.
Okay.
Pick a workout activity. A, bicycling. B, dancing. C, basketball.
Dancing.
All right. I'm going to pick that one too.
I'm not sporty and exercise sucks. I hate it.
I love Zumba. So Zumba is where it's at. Yeah.
Come on, shake your body, baby. Do that conga.
Okay. Number 4. My favorite movie snack is gummy bears, nachos, popcorn.
All 3 are so good. But my ultimate favorite snack of all time is nachos.
I knew you were going to pick that one. I was like,
that
I was
is
actually
literally
surprised.
That's my podcast editing snack is nachos. Every time I edit, I'm like, all right, coming in, strolling in with my nachos.
I love that.
Mine.
I was surprised it actually like took you like thought about it. And I was like,
I love
nachos,
gummy bears.
obviously.
That's my favorite candy. That's like my favorite candy is gummy bears. I love gummy candy. And popcorn's just salty,
Gummy
buttery,
bears.
all good. Bouncing here and there and everywhere. You didn't think I'd remember that show?
No, I didn't.
I'm
That's a
surprised
deep cut.
you did.
Actually,
I'm usually the one that brings that
I was
up.
gonna say, I'm actually surprised I remembered it.
Yeah, I'm usually like, oh, do you guys remember gummy bears? And everyone's like, no, we didn't watch that much TV. You were the only latchkey.
We had a ton of like plushies from that show.
Yeah,
like the girl
that
bear,
show's
the
cute.
blonde bear.
Yes. Have you
Mhm.
seen the new Care Bears? They're adorable.
They
I almost
are.
want some.
They're cute.
They had a whole 7-pack. I was like, I mean, I love things in 7. Okay.
Yeah, we're predisposed to just like want to purchase everything that comes in sets of 7.
4 and 3. I need to get it.
Okay. Next question. In my friend group, I'm definitely the most outgoing, supportive, artistic.
I would have to say artistic.
I agree with you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna say
it was between supportive and artistic.
Yeah. And mine's kind of between supporting and outgoing.
Yeah, I would say, but you're also artistic too, but you're very outgoing, super outgoing.
I'll go with outgoing. Thanks.
I would say you'd have to be an artistic and supportive person to be an outgoing person. So boom. Look at that artistic mind right there. Creativity.
Cracking these codes. Okay. What's your favorite? Get 'em. What's your favorite movie genre? Romantic comedies, animated movies, dramas.
Ooh,
The drama.
solid. The drama, darling. I'm a sucker for a romantic comedy.
I am
love
too.
them. I love them, especially
too.
this time of year. It's like Hallmark movie time.
Yeah.
And these are extra cheesy. There's like not even comedy sometimes in these. Like
I know.
the comedy is the irony.
I know. It's like how serious they're taking it.
Yeah. The third movie I'm watching with a character named Joy for the main girl.
Who like owns a toy store, obviously.
Oh yeah, and her best friend's name is Holly. And
yeah.
So
I know.
so bad.
Okay. Number 7. Pick a color. Blue, green, black.
Ooh, blue.
Okay, I'm picking green.
Okay, because black isn't a color, it's a shade.
Yeah, you're right. Tell them. Tell them. My favorite food is pizza, cheeseburgers, steak?
Pizza, pizza, pizza.
Oh, I'm
Pizza,
struggling
pizza
a little
in my belly. Pizza, pizza, me
because
so
I'm torn
hungry.
between.
Have you ever seen Community?
No. No, I haven't.
Oh, there's like a character that annoys everybody, and there's like one part where she keeps saying that, and everyone's just like rolling their eyes at her.
I like it. Man, I'm torn between pizza and cheeseburgers. I'll do cheeseburgers to kind of switch it up.
Okay.
Number 9. I'd love to take a blank class. A, painting. B, dance. C, photography.
I'm gonna go with photography
I love that.
because I already know how to paint, and dancing I feel like is from the heart. So
Just feel that in your bones.
you just gotta, feel the rhythm. Gloria Estefan. Yeah.
So I already take dance classes essentially because I do Zumba.
It's Zumba.
So I'm not going to take that. I'm not going to pick that one. I'm counting Zumba as a dance class.
Yeah, I would.
Happening.
I do. Those instructors can shake
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I'm going to go with painting. Mostly because I really want to do a wine and paint class.
Wine and paints are fun. I do like those. Those are so fun.
Okay, last question. Pick a Mox 7 song. Moon. I can't. Moon. Friends. Inner Child.
Oh, okay. I know you are going to pick Moon.
Oh, absolutely.
So I'm going to pick Friends because I also love that song. Oh, so cute.
Okay, here we go. Give yourself 1 point for every A, 2 for every B, 3 for every C. Okay, so you have 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 points.
Ooh,
you
right in the middle.
Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
You ready for your match?
Pull back that
your
curtain.
Perfect match. Dun, 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 dun. Jimin.
That's your number. Jimin.
Jimin.
Yay.
Here you go. You're kind and sensitive, always looking out for the people you care about, and you work hard in everything you do. Together with Jimin, you'd change the world.
Oh, I love that. I do have
so
a sassy side eye too, especially when the people I love are threatened. So
yeah. Jimin's pretty sassy too. I think it'd be really good.
That's why I think Jimin and I would be best friends, because we would be like that sassy duo that you would be like, okay, I'm going to a place I feel a little insecure, so I'm bringing them with me.
Yeah.
Because like if anybody comes and messes with me, they're like, excuse me.
Yes, you just like start flexing. Yeah. Okay, so let me tally mine. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16. Oh my God.
Did you get him?
J-Hope.
Yay!
I never get J-Hope in these quizzes.
Gosh, well, the last time we did it, it was going to cause a best friend war because you got Suga and I got J-Hope.
Yeah, we learned that we just want to date each other basically out of that quiz.
Oh, now it's coming in between mother and daughter.
Yeah, I know. You're going to have to fight Parker.
Parker, I'm sorry.
Okay, I want to read my little blurb. You ready?
Yes.
You light up every room and spread joy wherever you go. Whether you're dancing together or grabbing a burger, you and Hobie would be the perfect pair. Oh my gosh. Okay. If you say so, music spotlight. Thanks.
They're never wrong. So
they're never wrong.
Hey.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey. I don't know if I'm ready. That's like being the number 2 warrior, like fighting off everybody else. Like, I don't think I could do that.
There's a lot of people coming for you now.
Yeah, exactly. Be like
All
Afro
right.
Samurai. Okay.
Oh yes, the number one headband. They're coming.
Yes,
for you.
that's why I was saying I would be the number 2 headband.
There you go.
Coming for me.
Yeah.
Oh, that needs a rewatch. I gotta rewatch that.
Oh my gosh, that is such a good one.
Good. I just started picking the game back up on PlayStation 4 again.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so
that's for another
I'm really
podcast.
excited for our game. So who wants to go first?
So I am fine either way. I have,
since you just read yours, I will go first because my game's a little faster.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yes. So
I'm ready.
Because Sarah's doing
we'll do a Sarah sandwich.
A longer, more descriptive. Sarah sandwich. Yeah. Sarah sandwich for
Sarah sandwich.
For Santa. Sarah sandwich for Santa. Okay. So oh gosh. Okay.
I'm ready.
So I decided to do a variation of the holiday game, This or That. Now, just a little explanation. Normally, This or That is like trees or bows. And then you like pick which one you would prefer, like go with or without. But I'm going to do this a little differently. So I have decided to write out small, quick scenarios and give you 2 members to choose from on whether or not you would want to do this activity with them or whatever. Okay?
Or not.
You'll see, because there's other things on there. Like there's certain scenarios that like it doesn't involve you like doing something with them, but like who do you think would have done this? So, and it's got to be fast. I'm gonna circle your answers, and then after we will discuss your choices.
Okay. So
are you ready?
I'm kind of nervous. This is like a no stakes game, and I'm very nervous.
Yeah. You're so nervous. You're like palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. Okay.
Spaghetti.
I am like rapid firing them out. It's been a while.
You're on top of your game right now. Peak. I mentioned it earlier. This is us at our peak right now.
Yeah, I'm done. Boom,
peak 2021 right now, this episode.
Yes. Okay. BTS, This or That. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 1, snowball fight, Suga or Jungkook?
Jungkook.
All right. Cuddle by the fire, V or Jimin?
Jimin.
Baking cookies, J-Hope or Jin?
Jin.
Are you going to be sledding with Jungkook or RM?
RM.
And who do you hope gets you for Secret Santa, RM or J-Hope?
J-Hope.
All right. Who is having a Hallmark movie marathon with you, V or Jin?
V.
Okay, time for some Christmas karaoke with Jungkook or RM.
Oh, this is hard. For different reasons. Hold on. RM.
All right, who's on the naughty list, Suga or Jin?
Suga.
And who's the angel on top of your tree, V or Jimin?
Jimin.
All right, who drank too much eggnog with you, Jimin or Suga?
Suga.
Someone stole a cookie, Jin or V?
Jin.
All right, and you're gonna go walking in a winter wonderland with RM or V?
RM.
Okay, time for your date in a horse-drawn carriage. Are you going with Jimin or J-Hope?
J-Hope.
That's not the hard one. That's not the hard one.
Okay.
Staying up with you to catch Santa. Is it RM or Jimin?
Jimin.
Who's wearing the same PJs as you, Jin or J-Hope?
Jin.
And who went over the allotted gift budget amount, Suga or V?
V.
And who's under that mistletoe? Is it J-Hope or Jungkook?
Oh, no. J-Hope.
All right, it's okay because you've got a redemption. Who are you kissing on New Year's Eve, J-Hope or Jungkook?
Jungkook, hey.
Okay, so that was all I had. The last 2 were specifically for you, for your bias and bias record. Was it fun?
That was awesome. Yay. one for you. We should have next time we do this again. I'll do some for you
so
too.
Fun. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I loved that.
That was hard, huh?
Yeah, it was good.
I purposely made it so that way I was like, okay, who could I not choose between? So okay. Yeah. So you chose a snowball fight with Jungkook. Huh. I would have chose Suga for sure. That cute video footage of him like trying to snowball fight with people. Adorable.
I know. I just remember from the what was it? The winter package. Yeah. And Jungkook was in that cute fluffy like jacket and he like rolled that huge ball and he like him and Jin like playing together was so cute. So that's what first popped into my mind.
Yes, I feel you. And then cuddling by the fire, obviously Jimin.
Yeah. But anything with hugs, if a hug is involved, it's Jimin, absolutely. Jimin.
Yeah. Unless you're going for like a romantic singularity type night, then it's V all day.
Yes. Different vibes.
But I would also agree with you on baking cookies with Jin for sure.
He would be so fun. Just so much super fun. Goofy. But
J-Hope would be so much fun to decorate cookies with.
Yes, that I agree with. Yeah.
Doing like frosting cookies.
Yeah, like all the little sound effects, like the sound effects he would do and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so cute. Yes. And then sledding with RM, which I would choose not to do. That's God of destruction. Okay. Something bad's gonna happen.
That is true. But I was just thinking about, again, back to, I think we've talked about it. I like to feel very small and him like on a sled with me because he's so big.
Yeah, that makes
like
sense.
Be really fun. Like I would like that a lot.
Though too. Jungkook too, because he's like big and beefy, and also too, if you like fell down in the snow, he just like RM too. They just like pick you out of there, like you did nothing. So either's a good choice.
I think so.
All of either these, any of them are a good choice. But yes, and then. J-Hope gets you for Secret Santa. I totally was trying to throw you off with RM because I was like, they like read books and like have so much like intellectual stuff in common that I was like, oh, I want her to like have a hard time with this one.
Yeah. I just think the frequency with which J-Hope shops versus RM, I just felt like if someone's going to get me something, I feel like he would
totes.
Like,
and he's a good gift giver too.
He's a good, he seems like he really pays attention and like does good gifts. So that's kind of why I went that route. I would anything from RM I would take though for sure.
I agree because he'd get you books, you know.
I know.
I would totally. I would want RM because I know he'd get me books, and I love getting books for presents. I know, me it's too. Always like my favorite present. And then Hallmark movie marathon, I would have chose V as well.
Yeah.
I would have chose Jin too, but for like a movie night with Jin, I would want it to be more of like an ad lib movie night where we're like. Like making our own dialogue and like being silly and not like actually watching the movie. That's how, but for like a classic holiday movie from Hallmark, V for sure.
I feel like V would have an appreciation for some classic holiday movies, and I'd like to hear his like take on like what's going on.
Yeah, that would be, yes, I would love to. And he's been posting stuff like that, old like kind of black and white on
lots
Instagram,
of jazz, so and
that's a lot of my vibes too. I'm like, man, he's coming for my spot right now. And Sugar's just not posting anything. Come back.
Yeah.
Back to me. And then Christmas karaoke with RM.
This one was tough because
I know Jungkook was the other choice. They're both so fun.
I think so. I think they would both have a good time, but then I was thinking like if I like karaoke is supposed to be for fun, like singing. And I feel like if I was like trying to do karaoke with Jungkook, I would be trying too hard to sing.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Because he's so good, and I'd be like, ooh. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so sorry.
I would have chose. I would have chose RM for the same exact reason because I would be like trying way too hard.
Because we both just like have fun, like doing karaoke.
Like we just have like a fun time doing karaoke.
Yeah, like drinking beer,
Mariah Carey. Chicken. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, singing karaoke. Yeah.
We're very
chicken beer karaoke. We have very high standards of how we like to be entertained.
I think that's one of my favorite episode things you ever said about us is we're very decent people. I just like to think about that as like a general sense. Like we're just very decent.
We're decent.
You know, we're just decent.
Yeah.
I would have also put Suga on the naughty list, but the reason I put Jin as the other one is because the day that we went to the Permission to Dance concert, he like blasted V and Jimin with that smoke gun.
Yeah.
And that is why I would also put him up as a candidate on the naughty list.
Yeah. Yeah.
He only gets off because it was his birthday.
Yeah, exactly.
And Suga's just bad boy in general. So
yeah,
I would have gone with you there too.
Yeah.
Angel on Top of the Tree, obviously not hard. We always call Jimin our baby angel.
Yeah.
Not hard.
Nope.
Who drank too much eggnog with you, Jimin or Suga? Honestly, it would probably be both of them.
Yeah. Well, I like sugar, or I like sugar. I mean, I do, but I like eggnog, like spiked eggnog. And so between the two, I was thinking like, who would also enjoy like a nice spiked eggnog?
That's
and I was
literally
like,
what it was meant for, is like spiked eggnog. Like I'm not talking regular eggnog. There's no reason to drink eggnog if it's not spiked. Unless
I mean, I will, but I would prefer it spiked.
Yucky. But yeah, that's what I meant. They're getting drunk with you. Who's getting tipsy with you on Christmas?
Yeah.
Because those two love to like drink whiskey, and that's like what you put in eggnog. So
that's true.
Suga for sure.
Or some rum.
And then Jin, of course, would sneak a cookie. V would probably too. I just don't think he'd get caught.
Agreed. Yeah.
He'd wait until after Jin stole the cookie, and then he'd steal the cookie, and then just wait for Jin to get caught.
Or like take a bite of half of Jin's cookie while he wasn't looking.
Yes, yep, exactly. You're right on with that one. And then you chose RM to walk in a winter wonderland with. Yeah, so cute.
Because it's like
I could see
Namjooning.
So yeah, it really is.
You gotta go with Namjoon.
I would have picked V because I imagined it being like in like where the lights are, like where they do all the Christmas lights in the park, and you go walking around there. You know that guy's gonna take amazing pictures of you.
That
if
is
you're
true.
Walking with him, he's gonna like get the most beautiful pictures of you in those lights.
That's true.
So either way, it's all good times. Of course, I picked this one easy for you. You're going with J-Hope on your horse-drawn carriage, of course. Yes. I only put Jimin in there because I was like, he might be able to serenade her if I threw a serenade.
Or the cuddles again. Any of the cuddles.
True. Jimin does look like a very good cuddler. Yeah. And then staying up with you to catch Santa is of course Jimin, because he would also probably believe that too. But I put RM because he's such like an older brother type that he would like do that with you, even though he knew like there wasn't going to be anything, like maybe try to make some like clomp sounds like come from the roof to like make you think reindeer land.
Like a Jungkook's dad where he like gets some like full Santa suit.
Full Santa suit, yes.
So cute.
Oh, so cute. That's adorable. Same pajamas as you, obviously Jin. Put that one in there specifically for Jin. Went over the allotted gift budget. V, of course. V. I put Suga in there as well too, because he would do it and then be like, so what? I don't care. Like you told me there was a budget, and I just decided I didn't care that there was one.
Him and Jin, I feel like both would like not care too much.
Yeah, they really wouldn't care. But let's be honest, they don't need a budget. And then of course he chose J-Hope under the mistletoe, and I felt like that wasn't fair. We have to give love to our bias wreckers. So that's why I put New Year's Eve in there for us too.
I appreciate that very much, because it was rough. That was hard.
I was like, oh man, like that's gonna be such a tough one. So much love to both the bias and the bias wrecker. I hope you guys also liked that and had fun, and maybe we're shouting like, no, you insane woman, why would you choose that? Like, so fun. Oh gosh, they're about to get it even worse now because I know Sarah's game and I'm excited.
Okay, you guys, I'm so excited. So the game that I'm bringing today is a variation of Would You Rather, Hallmark Edition. So basically what I'm Perfect. Yes. So the Hallmark Edition, essentially what I have done is I've pulled synopsis from a ton of real life holiday Hallmark movies, and I've adapted them to suit this game. And
I'm gonna need a list of these movies, by the way.
I have the titles. I'll give you the titles.
I want to know.
Yeah, I will.
Now this is gonna be like a movie marathon thing for me. Like I have to marathon but just picture, all of these movies.
Yeah, swap out the member.
Picture my choices.
Exactly. Okay, so the way this
Okay.
game is going to work is I'm going to give you 2 situations.
Okay.
And then you have to pick would you rather between those 2 situations.
Oh, this is going to be so tough. I can already tell. Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I was dying putting this together. It's so good. Okay. I think anyway. Okay.
I love that most of these probably involve me going home to my small town.
There are definitely a couple in here. There's some small town vibes happening for sure.
I'm so excited.
I'm gonna give you the title of the movie and then I'll get into the would you rather. Okay. Because I do think these titles are really funny. Okay. Okay. Would you rather Nantucket Noel, which is so would you rather Nantucket Noel or
down. Okay.
Yeah, okay, here we go. So would you rather Nantucket Noel or A Christmas Together with You? Okay, so now I'll give you the synopsis. So would you rather during the seaside Noel celebrations, learn of a developer who is planning to tear down the wharf that is your home to your toy store and see tensions rise as you fall for the developer's son, RM?
Oh no.
Oh.
What to do?
Or would you rather, during the Christmas season, head out on a road trip with you and your father figure, Frank, to find his long lost love and along the way, find the love of your own life, Jungkook? And I made up my own story of this guy, okay? Because they didn't give you like anything. The synopsis did not talk about the love of your life, so I've added a story for you. Okay, you ready? So this is my input. This is an original Sarah. Yeah. Okay, so along the way, you find the love of your own life, Jungkook, a mechanic in a small town you stop in that helps you repair your car. So the developer's son, RM, or the mechanic that helps you repair your car, Jungkook. Nantucket Noel or A Christmas Together with You, hanging out with Frank.
I gotta go with A Christmas Together with You because you know I love me a good old mechanic.
Right?
Right? You know I love me a mechanic, girl. And you also know I love to get all up in somebody else's messy love life drama. So you know.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah. Frank, right there with Frank. Get it? Yeah.
Oh, these are so good. Perfect. I'm so excited. Okay. I can't wait to watch all of these.
Yes. Okay, here we go. The next 2 scenarios. Would you rather a kiss before Christmas or the 9 kittens of Christmas?
Oh.
And I have made a note here. The 9 Kittens of Christmas stars Brandon Routh, who was Superman. Like he did that one movie of Superman, and then he was in Scott Pilgrim. He was the guy that couldn't drink dairy. He's a vegan.
Oh my gosh.
That Brandon Routh. He's in this. It was the only name I recognized as I was looking at the casting for all these, and I was like, I cannot believe he is in this. Like, it's so good. Great. Okay, so the synopsis. Would you rather see a nice guy, Jimin, casually wish his life had taken a different course? Wake up the next day to find nothing is the same. He's not married to you. He doesn't have 2 teenage kids, but he's CEO of his company. He has to reclaim his original life and the family he loves by convincing you that he's telling the truth and win you over. And he only has until Christmas Day. Tick, 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 tick. Or being cat lovers sees you and Sugar thrown back together at Christmas when you're tasked with finding homes for a litter of adorable kittens.
Oh no!
That is a real life movie. That was a real life movie.
Oh my gosh! I have to go with the 9 Kittens of Christmas because I love finding homes for litters of animals.
Yes, that's true. You're a seasoned pro with that.
I love Sugar.
Yeah.
And also because one thing that infuriates me so bad in movies is that exact A Kiss Before Christmas like storyline where a character has to convince a character of a life they previously had without any proof. And it always is so frustrating to me. I'm always just like, no. So let's let Jimin stay happily married to me with our teenage kids, and let's
Perfect.
Sugar and me get these kitties some new homes.
I love that. I just like, I'm obsessed. This is one I will definitely be watching, The Nine Kittens of Christmas,
Yeah,
because I can't
I'm
believe
going
this
to.
is a
I'm watching all
movie
of these.
and has like a pretty recognizable star in it. I'm so excited.
Oh yeah, Brandon Routh. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. Would you rather Christmas CEO or a Dickens of a holiday?
What is the second one called?
A Dickens of a holiday.
A Dickens of a holiday. Okay.
All right. So would you rather be a small toy company CEO where you once, oh no, sorry, let me start over. Would you rather be a small toy company CEO where you get a once in a lifetime offer to merge with a mega toy company, but will need your estranged ex-business partner J-Hope's signature to seal the deal? What he helps you discover will change both of your lives. And I've made a Santa Claus here. Are you ready? Because it didn't say like what changed your life. So I'm gonna say like he helps you discover that he left your business initially because he didn't want to mix business with pleasure.
Because he had feelings for
because
me.
He had feelings for you this whole time.
And that poem he wrote all those years back was about me.
That's
and not
right.
about his ex-fiance.
That's right.
I make up storylines too.
Yeah. We should write a Hallmark movie. We would be so good at it.
I've written many in my head.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Or would you rather want to make the 100th anniversary of your hometown's Victorian Festival a success? So you invite action movie star and former high school classmate Jin to play Scrooge in A Christmas Carol.
That would be hilarious. Oh, I can't. This one's really tough. I can't choose this one. Okay.
These are both pretty good.
They are very good. I am going to have to go with A Dickens of a Christmas just to see Jin as Scrooge.
It would be very good. Yes, I hope they put like mutton chops on him. You know what I'm talking about?
Like, and put like the long robe with like the hat and like,
yeah.
Oh, I would love to see that. Yeah. So I'm going to have to go with that one. I'll leave J-Hope alone. We'll leave our
your history,
our history and our feelings are gonna stay buried.
Yeah. Oh, so sad. So sad.
It'll be all right. We'll make it through.
Okay. Would you rather Making Spirits Bright or Christmas at Castle Heart?
Ooh, okay.
So would you rather be the daughter of rival holiday decorating family, where V is the son of said rival family, and you guys are trying to help mend your father's decades-old feud, and you find romance along the way as you compete in the town's holiday decorating contest?
Oh my gosh, it's Christmas, Romeo and Juliet.
I know, which is why I put V in this one.
I love it so much.
Or would you rather go to Ireland for Christmas to search for your Irish roots? While there, you meet charming RM, Earl of Glasgow, and you get mistaken for an elite event planner. So you're hired to host his castle's epic Christmas party. I will be watching that one, by the way.
Yeah, I got to go with the first one.
Making Spirits Bright.
Yes, because it's just Romeo and Juliet story pretty much. And
hopefully a better ending.
Yeah, hopefully we don't die.
Like a nice magical Christmas ending.
Our fathers just get along, and then we have a big wedding, and it's like the most fabulously lit up wedding because it's done by two families. But I can't do the Christmas at Castle Heart because I will mess up the party, and he'll get mad at me, and he'll fire me, and we won't fall in love because I won't pull it off because I don't have an A-type personality. So There will just be many ice sculptures and like nothing to eat. Or actually only food and no decor.
Yeah.
So
the food would be on
it
point.
might work for Jin, but RM would definitely need some decorations.
Because it is an epic Christmas party. It says here in the title.
Epic Christmas party. I would have been like, I would have just been straight up and be like, no, you've mistaken me for somebody else.
Yes. All right. Here we go. We got 3 left.
I'm so excited. These are so much fun. Okay.
Good. Okay. Would you rather time for them to come home for Christmas or Christmas in Tahoe? Okay.
Where's that one at?
I don't know. Okay. So would you rather be a woman with amnesia who catches a ride with your handsome nurse, Jimin, to investigate the only clue to your identity? A newspaper clipping for a Christmas festival with a cryptic invitation.
Oh, a mystery.
Or would you rather try to save your family hotel's Christmas show and ask for help from your ex-boyfriend Jungkook, the lead guitarist of now famous band that fired you as their manager years ago? Of a now famous band.
You know what? I'm going to go with the Christmas mystery. I'm going to go with time for them to come home for Christmas. Because if only I could, if I would have chosen the other one, if there would have been a Jude clause in there for us, which would have been drag show, not rock concert. If I could.
A newspaper clipping for a Christmas drag show with a cryptic invitation.
No. That's the second one. Christmas in Tahoe.
Oh, I see. So, I see. To your family hotel's Christmas drag show and ask for help from your ex-boyfriend Jungkook, the lead guitarist. Yes. I got you.
Yes, but I will go with having amnesia and having Hot Jim and help me find the clues.
Okay, I love that. I love that for you.
And also because I like to say the word Christmas tree.
Yeah, that's very good.
It's a Christmas tree.
Christmas tree. Okay. Would you rather the Christmas contest or 8 gifts of Hanukkah?
Ooh.
So would you rather compete with your ex, Jin, in a Christmas contest to win money for the charity of your choosing? The city watches you battle and choose what is more important, victory or love. Oh, spicy.
Hunger Games Christmas.
Yes. Or receive a gift for each night of Hanukkah from an anonymous suitor on your journey to find your secret admirer. You learn your one true love might be someone you never expected. And just in parentheses, I have J-Hope. Because it doesn't tell you the synopsis, so I'm just letting you know it's J-Hope.
It's J-Hope. J-Hope really is coming after me with these unrequited feelings.
Yes.
Because I love my girl Sarah, I'm gonna go with 8 gifts of Hanukkah.
Yay! I did put J-Hope there too because it was Hanukkah related. I was like, this is the perfect Sarah story.
This is all Sarah's story.
Yeah.
So
all the things.
You know what? Actually, because I love my girl Sarah, I'm gonna choose Christmas contest.
Oh, you can. Hey, you can have whatever you want here, girl.
Girl, you and J-Hope need to have the 8 gifts of Hanukkah.
8 gifts of Hanukkah. Oh, you're such a good friend. You're such a good friend.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Oh man.
Oh, these
okay,
are
here's the last one. Would you rather? I know. Okay. Would you rather a very merry bridesmaid or a Godwink Christmas miracle of love?
Okay.
So would you rather have your 30th birthday on Christmas Eve, the same day as your brother's wedding? Your childhood crush, V, is back in town for the wedding, and he is determined to make sure your birthday is celebrated.
Me, little me. That's so cute. I don't even like my birthday.
Or be brought together by community service where you and Suga find new purpose at Christmas as you help a family rebuild their home. Coincidences and a medical miracle lead you to believe in destiny. Choices.
I know this one's tough. Okay, but if I have to look at it from a realistic standpoint.
Okay.
I could never build a house for anybody.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I will never be able to build a house for anybody. So I'm gonna have to be a very merry bridesmaid. Hey
me.
Hey me. Here for the wedding.
Long time no see.
Oh my gosh, it's been so long. I'm just out there, having a career. Don't have time to date. So only somebody I knew already. So I'm gonna have to go with that one. I'm sorry, Sugar. But he's too tired to even try to build a house, and I am too tired to try to even think of wanting to build a house. So
yeah, that's fair.
Sorry, family. Sorry, you guys.
I know. We'll get someone that can help though, for sure. It's not us.
We'll get Sarah.
We're aware of our strengths.
We'll get Sarah out there
to
organize the people that will build your house.
Yeah, that sounds good. I will recruit, hire, train, all the things, but I will be sitting at a desk. Sorry.
You're extreme home makeover, executive producer.
Yeah, I'll say move that bus, and that's it.
I could see you. You could be the host. You're all happy and smiley.
Yeah. Host, hype man, move that bus. Got it.
Not me. I'm too realistic. I'm like, how can you afford even what you're looking for with what you guys both do? I don't understand.
And also property taxes. Like you should be concerned about that.
4 kids and you are a preschool teacher and you are a part-time fisherman and you are looking for a 5,000 square foot home.
And you have to have an open concept? Really?
No. Sorry. Not gonna happen. So it's gotta choose very merry bridesmaid. This is fun. I wish you had more. Fun? This is fun. Yes. Yay. I did write all of these down, and this is gonna be a killer movie night.
Yeah, I have a couple of these I'm also definitely going to be watching, and I'm really excited.
I'm going to send you the drinking game. There's like a Christmas movie drinking game right now that is going around online that is like drink whenever the main character's name has something to do with Christmas.
Perfect.
Like, drink whenever they have an epiphany and it starts snowing. Like, like any of those things. So I'll send that to you.
There's so many X's as well. Like if one of the main characters is an X, that has to be a drink because there's just so many. But I'm excited. I'm going to be watching the 9 Kittens of Christmas and Christmas at Castle Heart. Absolutely.
I'm just kind of excited to watch all of these. Like I just love Christmas, like Hallmark cheese Christmas movies. I love any cheese. I just love cheese. I love cheese. I love cheesy things. I love everything. I even love like cheesy Lifetime movies. Those are terrible.
Yeah. But that's why you watch them, because you know it's gonna be
that's
awful.
why you watch them.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, and some of the details are just so off. Like there's a 5-year-old kid in a movie named Alan. I'm sorry. I know that there are 5-year-old kids named Alan, but it just doesn't seem like a kid name. Like it seems like that's just a name that you're called as an adult. Like,
yeah. That's true. Right? I've never thought of an Alan being a child.
Yeah. Like if you're holding a little baby, you're just like, oh, Alan. Like that just feels so weird. Like you're supposed to put him on the ground. He's gonna be like, all right, I'm just gonna go hit a quick 9. Like that's exactly what you think of when you think of that. So put him in a little beret. So
I want Nathan
that one. I think that was called
like a beret for sure. He won't do it.
Oh yeah,
I really want him
to. Pastel. He won't. I'm sure he won't because he's too cool.
I know he's too cool, but
he rides a motorcycle
in a beret. Just want it in a beret.
Maybe if you can get him to wear the beret on the motorcycle, it'll translate later into golf.
Maybe we'll start there, baby steps. Or I know this is not like a thing people really wear golfing, but I really want to see him in one. It's those big poofy hats with like the ball on top.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, like the little poof ball. Yeah, like it's like a beret, but it's not a beret. It's like
it's poofy.
It's more like poofy, like a
Scottish
almost.
Like a Scottish
hat. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get him a kilt. I bet you he would if you gave him the right incentive.
He has lederhosen, which is chef's kiss.
If you get him into like a golf tournament, like that's like a St. Patty's Day tournament. Like,
no way he would do that. I like all the effort we're putting into this, though. I really appreciate it.
If you get him drunk enough, though, I mean,
Maybe.
I've heard the karaoke story. Okay, so
that is true.
Anytime I hear Bon Jovi, I think of that story,
yes,
and I just
good.
laugh and laugh and laugh.
Good.
And laugh. So you never know. Miracles do happen. We're halfway there.
That is true. It could be a Christmas miracle.
Living on a prayer. All right. So I love that we like took a long time with these games and we still managed to be less in time than our regular episodes when we have like a bunch of content to cover.
Yeah. We just like to hang out and talk.
Yeah. All for you. I really wish sometimes that like we could do like a live thing and like have some of our listeners be right there with us, like a green room or something like that. That would be so much fun.
We should try that. They have Twitter Spaces. Keep on adding up, you guys. They've got all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, 2022. It's a new year. There's all kinds of new things coming out.
Yep.
Like different things we can try out.
To do a lot of new like ideas and stuff at the beginning of the year. So just keep an eye out for that because we usually feel pretty refreshed after we have a little holiday break.
Yeah, I would say so. I would anticipate the first or second episode of January to have some updates on some stuff we want to try out. Yes, I think that's a good timeline for that.
I agree.
Q1. Q1 hit those new strats. Those new strategies.
Yes, exactly. I'm loving doing the video. The video's fun.
I also like the video. It is really fun. I like when it's themed though, because I feel like I can dress up and it kind of feels fun.
I agree.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's my opinion on it. We'll see.
Well, you guys let us know what you think about it.
Please.
We would love to hear. We would love to hear it. Comment on our posts, like hit us up in our DMs.
Hit me up in my DMs.
Hit me up in my DMs. Because it's really us respond. Like it's not like we have like a team of people or anything. It's just us. Like we're just doing our thing.
Do people think that we have a team of people?
I don't know if people think that. Like there's some podcasts I listen to that I'm like, oh my gosh, they're like really big. Like they must be really big and have like a bunch of like people that network for them and handle their social media.
Maybe.
And then I find out that it really is just those two people. And I'm like, wow, that is so crazy. I feel like they would be bigger, but I maybe just hold it on a pedestal. So I don't know. Like I feel
like I do the opposite. You
listen to have books and stuff. And
yeah, that's true. I feel like I do the opposite until I hear that they have like a team. I just assume everyone's doing it on their own. And it just makes me feel better as a podcaster that's doing it on their own.
Yeah. Most of the podcasts I listen to, they say that they do it on their own. Like but I think you and I have different podcast listening styles.
That is true. I think so.
Mm-hmm. I think you listen to more storytelling type and I listen to more recap commentary type.
Yeah, I listen to some recap commentary. I listen to a bunch of comedy. The McElroy brothers, I'm like obsessed with all their stuff.
And I'll do the RuPaul. I do the RuPaul podcast, and then I have
Trixie and Katya.
I listen to Bald and Katya, the Bald and the Beautiful, and then I do the Watch What Crappens, a Bravo podcast. And those two are the guys that I always am like, wow, they must be so huge and famous, but like. They do a lot of their stuff on their own. So that's crazy cool. And you listened to another one. I remember you called it out when we had our anchor meetings, but Candy is cereal, something about cereal.
The
spoon, cereal spoon.
It's Justin McElroy's cereal podcast. It's called the something spoon. Oh, I can't remember.
Yeah, and then I do the last podcast on the left. You just told me about Morbid.
So, I'm obsessed with Morbid. That's a new podcast I've added to my collection because of my sister-in-law. It's so good.
It's like true crime though, right?
It's true crime. And I'm usually not into that, but the two hosts are just so funny and really just likable.
I love when it's like
and they're kind of weird. Like one is like an autopsy apprentice or something like that.
Oh, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I really like them a lot. Morbid's really good.
Yeah.
I have another feather.
So if you guys like any kinds of other podcasts, I guess now that we're tangenting off for you guys,
this is a tangent. Yeah.
Yeah, this is total tangent, but I mean, we don't have an Unnie's playlist at the end of this. So
I know that's true. Yeah. This is Unnie's playlist. We're just going to send some recommendations for other podcasts.
Tell you guys our recommendations for podcasts.
Unsponsored.
Yeah, so
unsponsored. Here you go. Unsolicited.
Anything like that. Opinion. If you guys like drag, there's drag ones. If you guys like true crime, there's true crime ones. If you guys watch like Bravo, Real Housewives, stuff like that, there's that. And your McElroy brothers, they're like games, right? They talk about like dungeons and who's so the D&D brothers that you do?
So that's them. Yeah, they do Taz, the Adventure Zone, and then they have a regular like comedy podcast, like advice show. I like the Flop House. They're like review bad movies. That's another podcast that I like.
That's good.
It's a bunch of like, eventually it is my dream to get on the Maximum Fun Network. They host a ton, like a huge network of podcasts, and I'm obsessed with like a ton of them. I really like
that's
really
cool.
Like yeah.
All of the podcasts I listen to, they end up making their own network. Like their show starts it, but I don't think Watch What Crap Is. Oh, they might be on a network. Actually, I'm not sure. But anyway, if you guys need to listen to other podcasts, there's some ideas for you if those interest you at all.
Unnie's playlist time.
Unnie's playlist time. Podcast
edition.
All right. So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this very fun episode of We Got No Jams. And we hope you guys have a great holiday season.
Yes, happy holidays. Be safe out there.
Stay safe out there. Please make sure if you haven't already, go get your booster shot.
We're boosted up.
Because we're boosted up, baby. Boom. Before we even left for LA.
Got the flu shot. I got my booster in my right, my flu in my left.
Ooh, I did it. Boost and flu in one arm, and I wanted to die.
Yeah, just take the arm off altogether.
My whole arm, it just felt like somebody had just like been punching it constantly.
Yeah,
so
I had both.
Make sure you go and get your booster. And if you haven't started your vaccinations yet and you're a little nervous, that's fine. There's always time to start it. So
new year, new you.
As you feel new year, new you. As soon as you feel comfortable, go get that vaccine. There's new variants coming out and things are getting kind of scary. So let's take care of each other and just be happy and joyful and be just grateful.
Oh, that was pretty good.
That was good. That was really good. Now I'm gonna have that one, that ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done. God, do you remember when that went around?
Yes, that's rough. Okay, we should end now because we've done terrible things.
Yes. So happiest holidays.
Yay, happy holidays.
We are so happy. Safe travels, Kim.
Yes, that's right.
Drive
safe.
Alert.
Drive alert.
And as always, everybody.
Borahae.
Okay.